Alright, now, I was gonna do this a few days ago, but my internet messed up a few days ago, so we're doing this today. Now, excuse me. TNA's Sacrifice will be almost 24 hours from now. And a little more than 24 hours, but 24 hours from now, Sacrifice will happen in TNA. And the thing is, one of the biggest things that just happened in TNA right now is, besides the whole Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff takeover, TNA now switched from Monday nights to Thursday nights. If you missed TNA Monday night, you would see that it was on this last Thursday, and it was a pretty good show. But it really concerns me because I actually thought TNA would win the Monday Night Wars. You know, they'd be on Mondays for a few years, so I could just switch up between Raw and SmackDown. I mean, not Raw and SmackDown, but Raw and Impact. But now Impact is on Thursdays again, so works better for the schedule anyway. But it also kind of concerns me because was this just a tease for TNA? Because they were on Monday nights for a month or two now, almost a month or almost 2 months, and it's really disappointing that TNA switches back to Thursday nights. Maybe they didn't get the ratings they wanted. Maybe they didn't. Maybe it's just because some people watching WWE and their TNA fans are just seeing what the hell's on. I don't really know, but the fact is TNA is now on Thursdays, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. But who knows? They might come back on Monday nights and whatever. Anyway, this is if you haven't noticed, this is a little predictions thing for the pay-per-views. I usually used to do this all the time, but we're slowly getting back into that phase now. So I'll just go match by match with the card, I'll say. From the bottom to the top is where they gave me this. Now, the number one contenders match for the TNA World Tag Team titles. It will be a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. You don't really see these often. It will be Beer Money versus... Actually, it's a Triple Threat Tag Team match. You don't see those often either. It's Beer Money, James Storm and Robert Roode, versus the Motion Machine Guns versus Team 3D. Now, the way I see it, you could automatically, on one hand, go with Team 3D. Because they're the most experienced tag team in there. They have the most experience, like I just said. But they also are very good in these types of matches. And plus, the longer a match goes, the more it obviously favors Team 3D. But the Motion Machine Guns have been kind of on a roll as of late. Sure, they've probably lost a few matches, but at one time, they were the number one contenders for the tag team titles. And Beer Money is not they're a threat too, because they're former multi-time tag team champions. They're probably the future of the business. And siding with Ric Flair for Team Flair is also a good move, because it kind of gives you a little more leeway, and it kind of gives you a lot more opportunity. Now, I honestly think that I had no idea what the hell I think. Because this is going to be a really good match, and whoever wins, wins. It's that simple. I don't really have a prediction for this match. The TNA Global Championship match. Rob Terry versus Orlando Jordan. Now, if you've kind of noticed, Orlando Jordan is kind of the Black Rico of TNA. If you guys remember Rico in WWE, good for you. If you don't, thank God you don't remember, because he was a freak. Now, Orlando Jordan, I don't know what the hell he's thinking, having all this ozone. That is the worst show name ever. I mean, it's kind of catchy at first, but when you actually see it, it's fucking ridiculous. But you can't take away from Orlando Jordan. He is a really talented guy. And if you give him a ball, he'll run with it. He will run with it. Now, Rob Terry, on the other hand, won the title a few months back in a tour in Europe. And ever since, he's been dominant. Very dominant, like he, always is. He's Rob Terry. Now, who do I think will win this match? Shit. There we go. Screen kind of went black a little bit, sorry. Who do I think will win? Rob Terry will retain his global championship. By the way, I'm just going to throw this out there. Does, the global championship to me kind of seems like a second world title. You think about it, global title, world title, kind of sounds the same. Global championship is obviously another word for our world or Earth. So technically it is a world title, but it's kind of a low card title in a way. Just throwing that out there. Now, Sacrifice is really known as a pay-per-view. Pay-per-view Sacrifice is known for, someone has to put something up. Obviously, Rob Terry's putting up the Global Championship in a title match as like a normal pay-per-view would. But there's special stipulations for this match. Well, for many matches. For example, the TNA Knockouts Championship will be on the line against a career. So it's a title versus a career match. It will be the Knockouts Champion, Madison Rayne, versus Tara, who's putting up her career. Now, the last time we saw Tara retire, she was, of course, Victoria. And Victoria retired, I think, after a match on either SmackDown or something. But she came back for the WrestleMania Divas Battle Royal thing, which Santina won, and I still hate Santina to this day for that. But if you've seen Tara, in WWE, she started a few years back as Victoria. And, multi-time WWE Women's Champion, multi-time, actually, I think 2 or 3-time Knockouts Champion. And, if I'm not wrong here, other than Gail Kim, she is the only diva to, hold the WWE's Women's Championship and then go on to hold the Knockouts Championship. Other than Gail Kim, she is the only female that has done that. And hell, they have the only female to, hold the Divas Championship and the Women's Championship. But that's on different brands. She went out of her way, won a few Knockout Women's Championships a few years ago, and went to TNA, after she obviously faked her retirement. Well, I think she faked her retirement. I don't know if she did or not. She probably was a way to get out of the WWE, because they were just making fun of her, making her look like a complete idiot. And then she goes on and wins a few Knockouts Championships. She is the only female, other than Gail Kim, to do that in wrestling. Now, obviously, Tara probably doesn't have a few years left in wrestling, due to her knees and the knee brace and whatever. It's kind of like a Stone Cold thing there. Once you have the knee brace, you're pretty much screwed. But she made it work from time to time, and that is good. Now, on one hand, Madison Rayne's reign, her title reign probably won't last long. But on the other hand, Tara's career, like I said, she probably has a few years left in her career. Probably won't last longer. I hope she does, but in my opinion, I don't think she'll last as long. But I don't think Sacrifice will be the night that she retires. So I'm going with Tara to become the new Knockouts Champion. And due to the fact of the fucking YouTube 10-minute limit, I'm just going to stop it right here. I'm going to have a part 2 coming up next.